How's it going here at Nomad Mobile Maintenance and Repair? Today we're working on a 2013 Dodge Dart. Just some things that we're going to bring up while we're here. Tires all the way around should be replaced. They're in pretty rough condition overall. This is probably the best tire. That shock's looking okay, but if we come to the other side, we can see that shock is leaking, so I'd recommend getting that replaced. Those are the only things that are really just, popping out at me. The brakes are getting low, but, they can probably make it an oil change. The reason why we are here today is, that was unfortunate, is the head gasket was having some issues, and we had coolant in cylinder number 1 and 2, which honestly, looking at the condition of these pistons, I'd say we had coolant also in cylinder number 4. So you can see how clean those pistons are. I did wipe them off just a little bit, but generally they're not that clean, especially at 140,000 miles, I think is what this is at, 138. But anyways, we checked the head surface, and that passed with the flat edge, the straight edge. So we have the cylinder headed check, but honestly, we're going to send it off to a machine shop just because it needs to get tested for a crack, just in case. And given that it had a head gasket leak, I'm not going to play with that because the cylinder heads, are liable to do that. So we are going to send that off to the machine shop to see if that did in fact have any issues. But if we look at the head gasket, and I can't say that I'm an absolute expert at reading these, but when we look at that right there, I'd say that's a spot that was a head gasket failure issue. We can see some white powder build up, and then on the head gasket we can see right there we have a spot that it went through. Right there we might have a spot that went through, and it's hard because when you remove the head gasket, it definitely is going to tear some of that. Right there is potentially a spot that had a tear through. And then on this side, I think right there is really the one that actually was all the way through for sure. But you can just see spots on this that make it seem like definitely there was a coolant to oil intrusion and a coolant to cylinder head intrusion. So I do think that the head gasket is what failed. We're going to get that head sent off to the machine shop and check to see how flat it is, and I'm going to guess that it is pretty messed up. So hopefully it's not too bad, that it can still get machined. But that is where we're at today, and that is what we have found. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Nomad Mobile Maintenance and Repair.